Sonic Generations is probably the biggest surprise of the year for me in gaming. I mean, we knew that Battlefield 3 was coming out, we knew Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was coming out, we knew that Skyrim was going to be fantastic, we just didn't know how much. But Sonic Generations was one of the games that a lot of people were anticipating, but dreading at the same time. And I can honestly say that this is probably the most fun I've had in a Sonic game in about a decade. Needless to say, despite the fact that, you know, Sonic's had some ups and downs in gaming history, of course Sonic 06 was a prime example of it, I've always applauded Sega for being able to take risks in gaming. And this is the one time that they didn't actually take a risk that I thought was, you know, warranted. The game is an anniversary game. It's very fun, very fast, very... either style you play, whether it's classic with the platforming system or modern with the boost platforming system, it doesn't matter. The game is fantastic and delivers in so many ways. And as you can see here, I'm playing the remade Chemical Plant Zone, which I think is fantastic in full 3D. I mean, I prefer the classic one, to be honest, at least the classic version of this level. But what can I say about this? There's so much that I enjoy. I mean, obviously, the game lets you customize the soundtrack as you play through the game and you unlock things with the red star rings and do all the missions. You unlock a lot of the notable music from the game's history. And of course, you can hear Metal Harbor from Sonic Adventure 2 playing in the background, so it's definitely an enjoyable experience. If you haven't picked up Sonic Generations and you're just interested in what the Sonic series is like, if you're a first-timer or if you're a Sonic fan, get the game. It's fantastic. It's everything that Sonic fans hoped it would be, and there's absolutely no reason to complain other than stupid nitpicking at this point, so Sonic fans, give it a rest. It's been 10 years, you've got the game you've always wanted. You want to play Sonic old school? Go play classic Sonic or the classic games. If you're a Sonic fan, you'll love the whole game. End of story. Naughty Dog is awesome. First they designed Crash Bandicoot, which was the killer app for the PS1. Then they designed the Jak and Daxter series, which was very popular on the PS2. And then they designed the killer app for the PS3, the game that everyone wanted and is the reason why so many people own the system. And that is the Uncharted series. Enter Nathan Drake. What can I say about this game, guys? I mean, this is Uncharted 2, but I mean, this applies to every single game in the franchise. I love this series. Never before have I seen such a great combination of platforming, run and gun, puzzle solving, and cinematic elements. It's like they combined the best of every type of genre to completely reinvent the adventure genre. The cinematics, look at this. This looks like something that you'd see out of a Hollywood movie, and the voice cast is tremendous. Nolan North's become basically the leading man of voice actors in the video game world, including the fact that he's probably the reason why Nathan Drake has become such a popular character over the past couple of years, and is pretty much on par in terms of popularity with Solid Snake right now. And like I said before, it completely reinvented the adventure genre, which hadn't really seen many good titles in a long time. I love Uncharted. There's so many different ways that you can do combat in this game. You can come up behind enemies and stealth kill them by cranking their necks instantly. You can do hand-to-hand just as effectively as the run and gun. You could gun people down with a huge variety of handguns, submachine guns, assault rifles, rocket launchers, you name it. This game pretty much has it. And the variety of opponents that you're seeing, well, they range from dumb random guard number 1 to freaking helicopter. Oh my god, look at this. But the cinematics are what top it off. This game has done it in the right way, where Metal Gear Solid has taken storytelling via cinematics to a little bit too much of an extreme. This game combines fantastic cutscenes with fantastic gameplay, and they merge together almost seamlessly. Look at this! Look at this train car! God, that's awesome every time I see it. What can I say about Skyrim that I haven't already? This is, as I've said before, what could be considered by many to be the game of the decade, and it's damn early for that. But I think this is one of the few games that actually deserves it, because this is a home run struck by Bethesda. As I've said before, this game takes the best of both of all worlds, actually, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Fallout 3, and just blends them together into a masterpiece that's their best yet. For starters, here we are. We have a random encounter. This was introduced in Fallout 3, and every set point in the game has a random encounter that will take place. Now, unlike Fallout 3, it's not the same random encounter every single time you go to there. It's not, saved, and every time you go, you're going to see a Deathclaw with some Deathclaw gauntlet plans next to you every time you visit that area. No, it's randomized every time, and I like this. It gives some life and variety to the world. That's the one thing that I felt about Morrowind and Oblivion. It was always a little too dead. I mean, if there wasn't some Imperial guard on a horse, there was just an enemy that attacked you. That was about it. But this game, there's so much variety. I never know what's going to happen when I go to this spot. I don't know whether I'm going to get mugged by a bandit or assaulted by a dragon or just pass by a couple of Imperials carrying a Stormcloak thug. That's it. Now, the environments, good God, for an area that we thought was going to be, white, wintry, mountainous, forested, this area has a lot of variety. This is one of the most beautiful regions that they could have possibly chosen, because whether it's the bluffs of the Reach, whether it's the autumn forests of the Rift, whether it's the grand mountains and the northern lights effects of Winterhold, oh my God, my jaw drops every time I play this game. It's so beautiful. And of course, we're going to talk about the leveling system too, because how can I possibly ignore it? The leveling system, just wow. Such a simple move that they made by eliminating all of the stats. There's no strength, there's no endurance, there's no willpower, there's no intellect, none of that crap. All you do when you level up is choose a perk, and whether you want to increase your HP, your MP, or your stamina. That's it. And you know what? It's so much more fun, and you feel like you have such more control over your character. In Oblivion, I was sitting there worrying about grinding and making sure that I had X amount of stats per level, because the way your stats increased was based on the types of skills you used. It's just so metagame and so out of place in a game like this. Yeah, you could put that kind of crap in World of Warcraft, but for the love of God, in a game that's supposed to be immersive, that's not the type of leveling system I like. But here, it's so much better, because everything is influenced by your perk choices. You have full control over your character, and you can even save perks if you choose to. You don't have to choose a perk every time you level. You could stockpile them and then level an entire tree all at once if you like. I really like this. I really enjoy it. And just, there's so much about the game that I can rave about, but I'll leave you guys off with the dragons. They're very simple. It's either fire or frost. It doesn't matter what it is. All the different types, from regular dragon to ancient dragon, it doesn't matter. But the dragons themselves offer a great challenge, and so many ways that you can take them out. You can use your bow and shoot them from a distance, get a stealth shot off. You can take them head to head with some enchanted equipment that makes you a little bit protected from their elements and defended and stuff like that. Or you could use magic. And good God, there's so much variety in the ways that you can deal with these things. If you're a conjurer, guess what? Make an Atronach. If it's a fire dragon, make a flame Atronach. If it's a frost dragon, make a frost Atronach. And guess what? The Atronach is completely immune to the dragon's breath. Now, granted, it can still be bitten by the dragon, but that doesn't matter. There's variety. Everything you do in this game is 100% customizable. You could make an assassin character, conjurer, who automatically will revive the corpses of the people he's slain, and voila, you have one minion or two minions that you can have constantly as you grind through a dungeon. What can I say? But goddamn, Fus Ro Da.